Hello, everyone. Here we are. I believe we are live. Oh my goodness. 70 people, 80 people watching already. Welcome, everyone, to the live stream. There we go. Now we're live. I see it. How's everyone doing? Welcome to the channel. Good to see everyone already checking in from around the world. It's amazing. Shout out to Europe and Africa. We finally have a Euro time slot for everyone, so you don't have to stay up so late. I think this is the first time we've ever done a live stream at noon my time, so this is fun and good to see everyone. All right, of course, where's everyone from? Let us know in the chat. I'm hoping there's a strong contingent from Europe and Africa. So let us know where you're from around the world. Oh, yeah. Prague in the house. Oh, yeah. We'll talk about Prague here in a minute. Malaysia's here. So good. Bogota, Colombia. Amazing. Oh, my goodness. Wow. There's a lot of... Oh, by the way, can you hear me? It looks like you can hear me because everyone is answering. And hopefully it's not too loud. I know I can get a little excited in the studio and start yelling a little bit. So, oh man, good to see everyone. Cape Town's here, Ohio, Britain, oh man, Plymouth, UK, oh man, Chicago's watching, New Zealand, New York, oh yeah. So Germany, Arizona, St. Louis, Missouri, welcome everyone. Oh, what a year, 2019, wrapping up. So, the live stream today, it's all about reflecting on 2019, looking to the past in order to prepare for the future. Oh, say hello to Laredo, Texas. Woo! Croatia's here. Chicago again. Man, a lot of Chicago folks here today. That's awesome. Quebec. Let's see. All right. So Forrester Dean. Yeah, Forrester Dean's in the house. So again, shout out to everyone in Europe and Africa. This time slot, I'm going to do better in 2020 to do live streams at different times so that more people can participate, because I realize we're runners, we got to sleep well, right? We got to take care of our bodies, and so for everyone on the other side of the globe, and I guess, so for everyone in, let's say, Asia, yeah, kind of Asia, India area. I believe you're like 12 hours different, so it should be about, well, I guess it'd be about midnight for this one, but usually, oh, Tate, thank you for the super chat, Tate, $2 super chat from Tate. So anyway, that's one of my goals in 2020 is to change up the live streaming times moving forward. Oh, so, and let us know, is it 2020 where you live? Let us know in the chat on the side there. That would be amazing. And let me just pull up something here. So, how was your run today? Did you squeeze in one more run for 2019? As you know, I did not run today because I'm nursing my knee. I'll give you an update on the knee in a second. But how was your last run of 2019? Or maybe you're about to do it later today. But let us know in the chat. Did you do a race? Was it a little workout? Oh, thank you, Daylon, for the super chat. I appreciate that, Daylon. That's awesome. Appreciate the support. And okay, so let me give some shout outs. Daniel's here, Shade's here, Christian, Aaron's in the house, Carla, EG, Tom is here. Oh my goodness, 240 people watching. Dan is here from UK. Oh, Dan, thank you for being here. Nathan, Simon, Renee's here, Tay's here, Guido. Let's see. So Dan did a 13K long run. That's awesome, Dan. Good work. Tomaz did a 25K. Radion did a 10K. Let's see. Daniel did a 6.2 on the treadmill. Good work, Daniel. Oh, man. Oh, Daylon, doing another super chat. He says, Daylon did a super chat. He said, the videos are amazing. I also had runner's knees. Oh, sorry, Daylon. I hope you're getting over it. And Paul is here. Paul, you're the best. So, Paul made the banner behind me for Amsterdam for the group run, so shout out to Paul. He did 14 by 1 minute intervals. Good work, Paul. Getting in one more run in 2019. So cool to see everybody. All right, and so today we're gonna talk. I'm gonna answer your questions. So make sure you're thinking of questions for me. I will get to that. Don't type them in yet. Hold off. We're gonna run through some goals for 2019, 2020. I'm going to get you a few trivia questions. I always like to do some trivia questions just to keep the conversation going. And I want to give a particular shout out to the Strava group, DeMoor Global Running on Strava, but then also on Facebook. So let me know if you are part of either of those groups. And listen, I realize, like, if you need a break from social media, take the break. It's like I'm all about taking breaks from social media. Well, it's hard for me to do it because of what I do with the vlog, but the Facebook group is pretty amazing as far as the discussions that we're having. So I'm actually going to post it right now. Nazach Rodriguez, thank you for the super chat. You're always supporting so well. Thank you so much. I love that dancing guy. It says keep it up. So here is the Facebook group. I'm posting it in the chat right now in case you want to join. A lot of great discussion happening, okay? So there's that. I just posted it. And then the Strava group. Let me log into Strava real quick. And listen, again, I'm not saying you have to join either group, but if you want a little help in 2020, a little accountability for your training, if you have questions about injuries or running shoes, I'm telling you, like, the amount of wisdom that is being shared on these groups, because I can't answer all of everyone's questions, but there's a lot of runners who have a ton of experience, more experience than I do, that are part of these groups on Strava and Facebook. So I'm going to post. So if you want to join up, I'm going to post. So the Facebook one is already posted. Let me pull up the Strava one right now. It's just thinking. Okay, here we go. Posting Strava group right now. Here it goes. Posted. Okay, there's the link to the Strava group. Oh, okay. So that's that. Let me just pull up real quick some. Okay, now, trivia real quick. All right, we're going to do some trivia. By the way, cheers. I'm not drinking champagne yet on New Year's, still going with a turmeric tea. There was actually a question from someone about the turmeric tea. I'll try to answer it here in a minute. But yeah, I'll probably pull out the champagne a little later, and I am on a running break, so it's nice to be able to, just take a little break from, the daily salads and all that good stuff. Enjoy the break from running. So, okay, let's see. There's that. And let's dive into a few trivia questions. I like the trivia. Okay, here we go. How many pairs of running shoes are sold globally every year? Since we're wrapping up the year, how many shoes are sold globally every year? Let us know in the chat. Do you have a guess? And I actually don't have a specific number. It's a pretty, well, I'll just let you guess. So I'm going to give a couple more shout outs as we wait for the questions to come in. Thank you, Niels. He says, wishing you all the best in 2020. Thank you, Niels Ma, for the $5 or €5 super chat. I appreciate that. Richard's here from Portugal. Mike Smith is in the house. Lena Kerr is here from Dallas, Texas. Let's see. Okay, 14 billion, 800 million, 500 trillion. Pairs or individual. So I guess like one pair would be one. Yeah, so 1.3 billion. Okay, we're going to give it to Jared and Logan and Christopher, and it's basically a billion. Now, I don't have a specific number. I think every year it's going up and up and up, but a billion shoes every single year. That's a lot of pairs of shoes. Pairs of shoes is what I was talking about. So that's why we got the Studio, right? That's why we've got, that's why we talk a lot about running shoes here. So thank you for all the super chats that are coming in. Okay, question 2. At what marathon did Fauja Singh, who is the oldest person to ever complete a full marathon at the age of 100, what marathon did he do it at? He completed a marathon at the age of 100. What marathon was it at? All right, I'll wait and see who can get it first here. Okay, let's see. Okay, here we go. Just waiting for 300 folks watching. And by the way, if you'd like to spread, in fact, I'm gonna, as we wait for the answers to come in, I'm gonna grab the link to the to the live stream and share it on Twitter. Okay, Jake says Berlin. Nope. M. Baroscu, yes. Go Sekins said somewhere in Canada like Toronto. It was the Toronto Waterfront Marathon. Toronto, and here's what's crazy, everyone. This is the hope that we all have as runners. This gentleman, so it was at the Toronto Waterfront Marathon. How do you pronounce his name again? Fauja Singh. I believe that's an Indian name. He started running at the age of 89. At the age of 89. And he hadn't run for 89 years while on Earth. And then he started running at 89 and completed a marathon when he was 100 years old. So there's always hope. It's never too late, right, to pick up running. That just is that blows my mind, that little piece of running history. Okay, one more. Okay, here we go. I just got to figure out how to phrase this real quick. So, from what country did... All right, I got to figure out how to phrase this. But, okay, so there's the record for the most marathons run in consecutive days. But actually, this is old. We're going to go with it anyways. I think this record may have been broken now that I'm remembering. But anyway... From what country did this gentleman, he's in 2011, he ran 365 marathons in 365 days. What country was he from in 2011? But I think, no. It has not been broken. All right, I'll leave it at that. If anybody knows, 2011, let us know in the chat. This is the last little trivia. Sorry, that was a little jumbled question, but... Oh, man, so good to be here. Oh, man, Lucas is here. Tom is here. Pedro, Mick, Lolo. Oh, thanks for being here, Lolo. Bo, Kevin, Brent, Muhammad, Ify, Johan, Julie, Sean, Dennis, Ronald. Okay, let's see here. So, I don't see it yet. Belgium, Brent. Brent got it. He was from Belgium. His name was Stefan Engels. Stefan Engels from Belgium in 2011. He ran 365 marathons in 365 days. That's pretty amazing. And there's actually a gentleman from Japan who is part of DeMoor Global Running and on the Strava group. And he was attempting in December to run 100 Ks in 100 days. And I don't know if you saw him on, I forget his name, but if he's watching right now, let us know. But he did not complete it. And earlier in 2019, he completed, what did he do? I think he did a marathon for 100 days in a row, and he's part of the DeMoor Global Running Group on Strava. So if you see someone crushing a volume, that's who it is, the gentleman from Japan. Okay, onward and upward. If you could, spread the link around to your Facebook and Twitter friends. Get as many folks here watching as possible. We're going to dive into 2019 goals, 2020 goals. As you saw on the vlog a couple days ago, I hit 3 out of my 6 goals from 2019. Let us know how you did on your goals for 2019. I feel pretty good about hitting 3 out of 6. In 2018, I only hit 1 out of 5 for my personal goals. And now, I think it was 2 days ago, I let you all know my goals for 2020. And I'm a big fan at the beginning of the new year. To set out very specific running goals. It helps me, and just so you know, because you're here, tomorrow's vlog is all about my process and tips for accomplishing your running goals in 2020, in the new year. And that's what tomorrow's vlog will be about. But I'm excited, even though, so I guess I'll give you an update real quick on the knee. It's feeling amazing, and it's not healthy yet. I'm going to take at least 2 weeks off, probably closer to 3 to 4 weeks, and just reevaluate. So I'm still going to the physical therapy. the massage therapy, and then I took a couple days off for that mental break. I'm a big fan of taking a mental break and not doing any cross training. So I took the weekend off. What is today? Is today Tuesday? Oh my gosh. Wow. Today I think it's Tuesday. That's crazy. So I'm going to start back up tomorrow for cross training, getting back to the pool, getting back to the gym. But the knee is feeling really, really good. So I'm happy that I called it and I'm not pushing through to Houston. Even though it was a very difficult decision, you all got to watch me kind of belabor the attempt to get to Houston and to get there healthy, but it was just a bridge too far, as the saying goes. So because of that, I think 2020 is going to be that much sweeter for all of us, because if I'm hurt and I'm not able to run, obviously I can't share my the running up in the mountains with all of you and the workouts with all of you. So that's the update on the knee, and feeling good about that. Okay, so let's see. Let's open it up to your questions. All right. I know a lot of you have questions about, and I brought a lot of shoes out to the studio. If you have questions about shoes, anything about goals, setting goals for 2020, about training ideas, and listen, you got to take, I always say before I answer questions is that I don't know your full background and your experience with running. So, whatever I say, just take it with a grain of salt, because I don't know your full history within the sport of running. So, all right, here we go. Let me just read a few comments coming in. Let's see. So Lolo asks, how would you go about making ambitious but realistic goals for 2020 as a beginner who needs to build their aerobic base first and foremost? Lolo, great question. So let me just take a quick drink here. And thank you, Keith, for the super chat. I see that, Keith. You rock. Thank you, Keith. So Lolo, I'm going to talk about this in tomorrow's vlog, but I'll give you a little sneak peek, Lolo, is knowing thyself and finding your niche, okay? So I've made a couple vlogs about this in 2019, like finding the area of running that you really enjoy. And here's what's crazy, everybody. I thought I was an ultra runner at the beginning of 2019, 365 days ago. But then I chased butter in Amsterdam, and I had so much fun, everyone, running fast in a group in Amsterdam. Even though I blew up and I totally tanked the second half of the marathon, it was so fun. I had never experienced anything quite like it in racing in my entire life, because in ultra running, you're kind of out there, you're in the woods, you're in the mountains alone, and there's runners around you, but it's different. And so all I would say, Lolo, is, and we'll talk more about this in the vlog tomorrow, so make sure you see that, but knowing thyself, but figuring out what you are most passionate about in the sport of running, because there's so many different types of races you can approach in this sport. Like, for example, there's 100-mile mountain races and there's 100-mile track races. Not sure if you all knew that. That's very, two very different types of running. And so anyway, Lolo, I'm going to leave it at that because there's so many questions coming in, but we will dive really further into that topic in tomorrow's vlog. Okay, Scotty says, thoughts on the Saucony Endorphin Pro, Scotty? I'm excited about it. I haven't seen it yet, Scotty. I've seen pictures. It looks very interesting. I don't know the weight yet. I need to do a little more research on the weight of it, Scotty, but I'm excited about the Saucony Endorphin Pro. Oh yeah, Jeffrey asks, does Seth have any videos on how he plans training blocks? Jeffrey, I do. But Jeffrey, I will say I made that vlog 1 year ago, and I probably will update it in January. So Jeffrey, if you go to the homepage of the channel and type in the little search box, type in training blocks, it should pop up for you. But Jeffrey, I will say I'm probably going to update it in January. So there is a vlog out there though. Okay, here we go. There's so many questions. So let's see. Megan asks, what was the most underrated shoe of the year? Oh man, that's a great question, Megan. I don't know. Is it the Asics Glide Ride? I don't know. Like, Asics kind of has a bad rap right now. And I can get it. I feel like their shoes are a little behind the times. But as you know, like, I don't know. I love this shoe. It's heavy, but it has a little bit of pop and good support, and I don't know. I'm just really enjoying it, even though obviously I was training in it with the injury, and a lot of people, have been commenting and saying, Seth, do you think the Glide Ride may have caused my injury, my knee injury? I don't. I really don't. But this would probably be my most underrated shoe of 2019. Okay, moving on. Dennis asks, how are the Skechers trail shoes you just got? Have I used them yet? Dennis, I have not used them yet, but I'll let you know when I do. Sometime, hopefully, in January. All right, that's the game plan. That's the goal. Oh my goodness, 370 people watching. Welcome everyone. If this is your first time, all right, here's a question. If this is your first time in the studio hanging out on a live stream, let us know in the comments. Okay, moving on here. So A463L asks, Carbon X or New Balance Beacon? So they're actually two totally different shoes. I would say they're just different genres of shoes. Easy day shoe for me, the Beacon. Some people use it for, maybe a middle distance, but I wouldn't use this shoe for a long run shoe. Whereas the Carbon X, I would put it probably in the long run category, and, a lot of people use this shoe for marathon, not a lot, but quite a few people use the Carbon X for marathon racing in 2019. So they're just such different shoes. Yeah, I guess easy day, long run. Okay, moving on here. Let's see. Walter asks, what is my favorite workout from college? The long run, of course. The long run. Listen, Walter, I'm answering that. I was never great, like, doing workouts with, like, these fast guys that some of them ended up being Olympians on the track. And so I always excelled, though, on the long run. Like, I could stick with anybody on the long runs at the University of Colorado. So, but we did 1K repeats. Yeah, gosh, that's a big question, but I do love the long run, as many of you know. Nathaniel asks, would you come to the Caribbean to run a race? Let me what race? Let me know. Let me know the date. I'll go hang out in the Caribbean. Absolutely. Okay, moving on. Let's see. Sebastian asks, Nike Zoom Pegasus or Pegasus 2? So let's see. Are you saying Nike Zoom Pegasus? Do you mean the Peg 35 or the Peg 36? Let me know. Or do you mean the Turbo? Let me know what you mean there. Sorry, Sebastian. Okay. Daniel asks, when is the next group run in Denver? Daniel, sometime in 2020. I might do another 5K at Wash Park, a race, in order to prep for faster racing later. So, Daniel, I'll probably say like March, all right? So stay tuned. We'll see. I got to get the knee healthy right first. Oh, good to see you. Okay, moving on here. So many questions. Domenico G says, my first time in the studio, new subscriber from Italy. Excited. Thanks, Seth. Thank you for watching from Italy. This is amazing. Oh, that's awesome. So cool. Okay. Paul asks, what's been my favorite place to race up until now? Paul. Well, there's so many different types of races, whether it's road or trail. I would have to say New York City for the road. That was an amazing experience in New York City. For the trails, I really, oh man, there's so many opportunities, but I really enjoyed going up to Jackson Hole this past summer for the Rendezvous Mountain Hill Climb in Wyoming. It was a beautiful spot, beautiful mountain to run up, so that would be my answer. Good question. I've got a lot hopes for racing in 2020 and beyond. Okay. Oh, Deviated 88 says, Seth, you're the man. Love your videos. Keep it up and can't wait to see you in the Olympics. Oh, that's awesome. We're gonna keep fighting. We're gonna 2024 Paris, baby. Here we go. Let's see. So Daylon asks, what do you think about Superfeet insoles? Daylon, I don't know. I've actually tried them in the past for plantar fasciitis. They did not help me. I'm a little skeptical about insoles only because they change your foot strike and gait cycle. Sometimes it's not very much, but just be careful. What a lot of podiatrists recommend is, you ease into it, where you put them in your shoe for 30 minutes one day and then you take them out. And then you put them in the shoe for an hour the next day and then you take them out. So you slowly adapt to them. And I've seen people use insoles that are, let's say, made by a podiatrist, and they actually end up causing other injuries because it changes how you've been walking and running your entire life. But I will say, some people's foot strikes are so, I don't want to say bad, but just kind of off. they're just off that they really do need some help from a really good insole. So, and some people's arches are really, really high, and some people's feet are really, really flat. And so, yeah, they do need some help from insoles. So it's a good question, but I don't use them. You just got to just be careful if you're introducing them into your shoes. Good question. Okay. Bogdan Udrea asks, how will you combine the training for road marathons with the ones for the trail races? Great question. So here's the deal, everybody. My opinion is that my knee injury that I have right now, the runner's knee, I think first of all, I know running Amsterdam and New York back to back was tough on the body. I know. But I think one of the reasons I got injured was because I cut out the trails basically exclusively from my training after New York, really after Amsterdam. And I think the benefit of running on the trails is that you're moving in different directions and you're firing different muscles, and your quads are really getting a great workout when you're going up so much vertical. And so one of my strategies going into my next marathon, oh my goodness, 400 people watching. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. One of my strategies going into the next marathon is to not cut out the trails exclusively, or completely, I should say. So maybe like twice a month, still go to the trails just to get that stimulation of different surfaces I'm running on and vertical gain to keep up my quad strength. Because based on the research I've done, runner's knee happens for a couple different reasons. One of them, that according to doctors that I've read, is that your quads are too weak and your hips are too weak. And so anyway, I'll leave it at that, but that's one of my strategies moving forward into the next marathon, which I'll just say right now, there's a good chance, everyone, it's going to be Prague, Czech Republic. I think it's May 1st or 2nd. All right, so if you live in Prague, let me know in the chat. We'll definitely be doing a group run, but because I'm not doing Houston and then the Olympic trials, it opens up a lot of opportunity for the spring 2020. Good question. Okay, let's see here. Jacob asked, top 3 goals for 2020. Oh, Jacob, so I made a vlog about this 2 days ago, right? So I guess top 3, I would say, I'm just going to say it, win a Pikes Peak race, whether it's the Ascent or the Marathon, okay? PR in the half marathon and PR in the marathon. As far as actual racing goals, I have other goals as well, but those would be my top 3. Let's see. Vladimir asked, will I be testing the Clifton 6? Vladimir, I don't know. A lot of people love the 6, and I tried the Clifton 5, and it didn't quite work for me. It was a little narrow, actually, through the midfoot. So, anyway, I don't know. Should I ever do you want me to test the Clifton 6? If there's enough support in the chat for the Clifton 6, I can put it on the list for mid-January, late January. But I think a lot of you probably already own it. Okay, moving on here. Jake, let me know what you mean by CV intervals. There's a lot of different terminology out there when it comes to intervals. CV, let me know what you're saying there, Jake. CV intervals. Okay. Second says wait for the 7. So that's good. It's, I think, the Clifton 7 he's talking about. Okay, cool. Jeff asked, what's my favorite spice? Oh, man. What's my favorite spice? It's got to be turmeric, right? Got to be turmeric. Okay, Clifton 7. Okay, wait till the 7. All right, we're waiting till... Oh, Alan says get the 6. Okay. AKTV is asking, what is my longest run? So AKTV, I actually answered this at the last live stream. It was like a 40 to 45 mile run up in the mountains. It's called Nolan's 14, where you go over 14,000 foot peaks. And if you haven't seen that vlog, go to the homepage of the Nathan, I'll get to your question here in a second. Go to the homepage of the channel and type in Nolan's 14. And I filmed as much as possible my attempt to run 14,000 foot peaks. I think you'll enjoy it a lot. So, okay, moving on here. Oh, Nathan, thank you for the super chat. $4.99. Here we go. Thank you, Seth, for everything. Love drinking my coffee with you every day. That's awesome. Hope to enjoy a group run sometime. Any short race goals like Cirque Series? Nathan, good question. Nathan, yes. So, after potentially the Prague Marathon, potentially, I'll take a break. At least a week, probably 10 days, probably no more than 2 weeks. And then, Nathan, I'll start getting ready for Pikes Peak. And in order to get ready for Pikes Peak, and this is a little tip of the day, everyone, is to do a sharpen. I recommend doing sharpening races before. So if you're getting ready for a marathon, you usually do a half marathon tune-up race 3 to 4, maybe 5 weeks before your marathon, depending on what you feel like how your body is reacting to the training. So Nathan, to get ready for Pikes Peak, which is a mountain race here in Colorado, where you go up 7,500 feet and then back down if I end up doing the marathon and not the ascent. Nathan, I will definitely be doing tune-up races. Probably, Nathan, the Rendezvous Mountain Hill Climb back up in Wyoming. Good chance. And then, yes, probably one Cirque race, maybe just the one here at A Basin. I don't know if I'll go back out to Utah this year. Maybe. But I got to be a little more patient with the racing in 2020. I definitely did a lot of racing. So, Iffy says, thank you for the super chat, Iffy. All the best for your family, my dear. Oh, thank you, Iffy. I appreciate that super chat there. That's awesome. Okay, moving on. And let's see. Holy smokes, lots of questions. Would you like to design your own shoe? What would it be like? Bridgemaster X. I've thought about it, frankly. After running in so many shoes, I've thought about it. How you even, you just have to tinker, right? You gotta test, you gotta figure it out, and so it's crossed my mind. I'm gonna leave it at that. So another super chat from Lina came in. Lina Kerr, thank you, Lina, for the $1.99 super chat. I appreciate it. Okay, let's see. New running gear in 2020. So I don't really have a ton of new running gear yet, but it's something will be arriving. A new piece of recovery gear is arriving soon at my house. I will let you know when it arrives. I think it arrives next week. So a new tool to help me stay healthy and, frankly, to help me avoid runner's knee in the future. That is the goal of this item. I won't let you know what it is yet, but I purchased it last week. SJD1s, that's right, for the shoe. Okay, hold on. So, moving on here. Let's see. Oh my goodness. So Simon asks ankle twist pain and marathon training, how to recover without stopping. That's from Simon. So I would hit the pool, Simon, to keep it moving. Ankle sprains or ankle, twisting your ankle, it can hurt. It can really hurt. But I actually usually run through those injuries. I think now if it's really bad, you might have to stop. But I think keeping it moving and as long as you haven't like torn anything and it's just a twist or a sprain, I usually train through them. And I reduce my mileage. I go seek out soft surfaces like a grass soccer field. But good question. And I also would hop in like a hot tub and just kind of let the jet kind of massage your ankle as much as possible. Probably an Epsom salt bath. You guys know how I love those. So good question. Okay, this is coming in from Kevin. He says, love the channel. Best of luck in 2020. Any tips for treating and recovery for shin splints? Been running 20 to 25 miles a week. 12 weeks out from a marathon. That's from Kevin. Ooh, Kevin, I've only had shin splints once, and it lasted about 5 weeks. I trained through it and I raced through it because I was able to tolerate the pain. And I talked to a massage therapist through the pain, and we came to the conclusion that I wasn't going to do long-term damage by training through it. But Kevin, I'm not a medical professional, but based on my experience, what worked for me was gentle massage around the pain. Eventually introducing some pretty, if the pain is coming down, introducing some pretty rigorous foam rolling. And it's the sheath. You've probably done a lot of research, but it's that sheath. It's a very thin sheath right by is it the tibia bone or fibia bone? It's just like that. It's little tears happening in that sheath. And so you're 12 weeks out. I mean, that's kind of a long time to run through the pain, but ice helped me, but I've only had shin splints once. If you out there are listening and you've had a lot of experience with shin splints, help Kevin out. What worked for you in the chat? Kevin, yeah, I hope. What else did I do? I'm trying to remember. It was about 4 years ago. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. But yeah, gentle massage around the area. Of course, stretching, but sometimes it's hard to stretch that area. Okay, the tibialis stretch, where you basically cross your leg over your knee and then pull your foot toward your chest. You can't quite see what I'm doing right now in the studio, but that would be another stretch. It's on the channel if you want to look for that. Oh, good. Sorry, I'm not honing in perfectly for that, but it's a tough one. I know it does not feel good. Philip asked, could you film a house tour in one vlog? That's awesome, Philip. I could do that. Our house is not huge, so yeah, we've got like 3 bedrooms, and I could do that, Philip. Okay. Is there any chance you will come to run a marathon in Tel Aviv? Absolutely. We'll go to Tel Aviv at some point. I don't know when, but I would love to visit that area of the Mediterranean. I know it's beautiful, so that would be awesome. Okay. Let's see. Lifander asked, what is your aerobic and anaerobic heart rate level? So I don't really train by heart rate. As many of you know, I really don't at all. Gosh, I mean, I think when I was running the Amsterdam Marathon, I think my heart rate was hovering around 178 early in the race, which was probably a little hot out of the barrel, as the saying goes. So yeah, I think I can get it up to 190 though pretty easily. So yeah, good question. Patrick is asking, how can I stay fit with a foot injury, no running or biking? Patrick, can you swim? And Patrick, another idea is core. So going to the gym or even at your house if you have carpet, but just doing like a lot of core work to work on your core strength. There's so many different ways to work on and you can actually, if you do it correctly, you can get your heart rate up doing core workouts. So I have done that in the past, Patrick, but my other, I guess, it's got to be swimming. It would be my other answer. Okay, just pausing real quick. How's everyone doing? Happy New Year. We're not ending, but I just want to check in. Hope everyone's doing well. I'm answering as many questions as possible. There's 450 people watching. This is amazing. If you're just joining up in the live stream, let us know where you're from in the chat. We did that at the beginning. We've been going about 40 minutes, and we do this. My goal is to do this once a week where we talk about some topics, running topics, of course, and then open it up to Q&A in 2020. And we're doing it it's 12:40 p.m. my time. We're doing it right now today for everyone to tune in that's in Europe. And if you're in Europe, let us know what time it is wherever you're at in Europe. I believe it's like 6 hours to 8 hours difference. So it's getting close to midnight where you all are at. And yeah, this is one of my goals, is to do this a lot in 2020, especially if 450 people are going to come and hang out, chat, and hopefully learn from each other. And just so you know, like, I can answer as many questions as possible, but you guys can help each other out in the chat. If I'm missing a question, definitely jump in, and if you have an answer, help everyone out is what I'm trying to say. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm going down here. Brent asks, trivia question, what is Seth's 5K PR? I know the answer. That good work, Brent. Okay, so in England, it's 7:40 p.m. That's perfect. Oh, I'm so glad that's like a perfect time to sit down, drink a little tea or beer on New Year's Eve, and watch a live stream on the channel. This is awesome. Okay. We got Scotland in the house, and Nottingham is in the house. Oh, so cool. Italy, it's 8:40, so it's an hour later in Italy, so this is good. Sheboygan, Wisconsin. That is an amazing name. That's David. And let's see here, 8:40 in Italy, 21 in Greece. So that would be 21 is like 10 p.m. No, 9 p.m. 9:40. So good to know. And it is 8 p.m. in Hamburg, Germany, 8:40. So cool. Slovakia's here. Oh, so good. Germany's here. Slovakia again. Brent is right. My 5K PR is 14:46. 14:46. Premier S3, thank you for the super chat. Asks, how much did you spend on running shoes in 2019? With a smiley face. It was a lot, but I will say, Premier, running shoe companies also send me shoes to test, just so you know. So who knows? It was a good chunk, but I'm happy to do it for everyone. Yeah, there's a lot of shoes, and these shoes, just so everyone knows, the shoes piled up over here are for the next running shoe giveaway, which will happen in January. I don't know what date yet, but it'll happen in January. Okay, moving on to questions again. So let's see here. Macedonia's here. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. Let's see. So Jared asks, fall marathon peaked at 61 miles. April will be my 5th marathon. What volume should I shoot for? Oh, Jared. So I'm always saying, I've said it a lot this year, is 70. I think 70 for and this is based mostly on personal experience, Jared. For me, when I hold 70 miles consistently, the fitness, it happens. It just really comes around. And I realize, I think, if you can get up to 60, I think 70 is not a huge jump for you. So I think you could easily get up to 70 and hold it. And this is based on running in college, Jared, running for a long time. Like, something happens for me personally right around the 70 miles a week mark. Good question, Jared. Okay. Lucas asks, can I fly to Sweden and run the Stockholm Marathon? When is the Stockholm Marathon? Let me know in the chat. Let's see. Ford Dog asks, hi Seth, hello from Boston. Is the Boston Marathon on your bucket list? And it is. So 2021 Boston Marathon, I'm coming for you. All right. So I gotta I guess, yeah, I guess my times are going to be fast. So I would love to be able to, race it. And if I could get like a sub elite entry, so basically right behind the elites, so I can get out fast and race with everybody, that would be amazing. Laura asked, how many minutes do I foam roll? Laura, usually 10 to 15 minutes, and slowly. The key, Laura, with foam rolling is to go slow. So rolling, like slower the better, with foam rolling. But 10 to 15 minutes, Laura. Good question. Jeffrey asks, when you say 70 miles, is that per week? Yes, that is what I'm saying. Let's see. Devin asks, I like this. This is good. How many YouTube subs do you think hope for by the end of 2020? 100K plus? That is from Devin. So let me talk about this for a second. So here's the deal. Devin and everyone else. I feel very fortunate that, if you're new, this vlog, I upload a new video every single day. And I've been doing that for 3.5 years. Almost 4 years, actually. It started April 2016. So for the first 3 years and change, there was 1,000 subscribers. And it was amazing. Like, it was a daily vlog. It wasn't just focused on running. But then, Devin, as you probably know, I focused on running, and runners started finding the channel. And it's been amazing to see the growth. So we've gone from 1,000 subscribers to 53,000 subscribers in basically a year, a little over a year. So I've also made a commitment, just so you all know. I want to help inspire, of course. Like, that's part of I feel like my passion on YouTube is inspire others to chase down their goals and their dreams in the running space, but also in life in general. And there's so much we receive as runners. This is a gift. Like, I think running is the best sport in the world because it's simple, it's accessible, anyone can do it. That, you don't need a $3,000 bike, right? That's why I kind of harp on cyclists sometimes. Sorry, if you're a cyclist out there, nothing, but like, it's affordable. You need running shoes, but outside of running shoes, you don't need much else. You don't even need a watch. You can just go run. So, Devin, I would love to see this channel hit 100,000 subscribers sooner rather than later. And I'll just tell you right now, one of my goals is by June 10th, my birthday, I want to be at 100,000, Devin. And here's one of my commitments. In case you're new, I committed to, when I get a new pair of running shoes, somebody out there in need gets a brand new pair of running shoes. So I made this vlog about 7 months ago. I said, when this channel hits 100,000 subscribers, whenever I buy a new pair of running shoes, I'm going to buy someone else a new pair of running shoes that can't afford running shoes. Okay? So, I'm going to leave it at that, Devin. That's some of my goals for 2020. I just want to be able to use the power of social media to help others get out the door and go pound some ground. Go get those miles in, go get those kilometers in. So I love that question. It gets me fired up, Devin. So thank you, everyone, for inviting your friends, but especially your running friends, to check out the channel, and onward and upward. I don't know how long it's going to take to get to 100,000, but that is definitely a goal of mine in 2020. Oh, you get me going, Devin. You get me going. Mark and Allison say, I'm a cyclist. Let's see. Devin says, get 100K subs, run 100K. Ooh, I like it. I like it a lot, Devin. I like it. Let's see. Tom says, Tom, thank you. I read your comment. Thank you, Tom AK. I see it there. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Holy smokes, I'm trying to find one. Let's see. I can't believe you remembered that. That's from Arnold. Mike says, you're inspiring everyone of your followers every day. Oh, thank you, Mike. So, bada bing, bada boom. So, let's see. Let's see how. Okay, so Jake came back and said critical velocity repeats in your training. Jake, frankly, I've never trained that way, so I don't feel like I could speak to that point. Sorry, Jake. It's never been part of my interval work. Sorry about that, Jake. So moving on here. Let's see. Brent asks, what is your half marathon PR goal? That's from Brent. Ooh, that's a fun one. Brent, I'm going to say, obviously, so I want a PR, so I need, 106.53 is my PR. I've thought about it. I definitely want to break 106, okay? And I actually don't know what that pace is per mile. It's probably about 4:59. If I had to guess, no, 106.53. I don't know. But I definitely want to break 106. And if I could get near 105.30, that would be amazing. So there you go. That is my answer, right around 105.30. Okay. Let's see. Tropical Runner asks, will you be covering Boston this spring? If so, will there be a group run, Tropical Runner? I talked about this in today's vlog, Tropical Runner. So if you haven't seen it, True Love and I, we had a sit-down, heart-to-heart conversation about how much I can travel in 2020 because, leaving the family and going filming the races, you're gone for a good chunk. But yes, Tropical Runner, the answer is yes. The game plan is to go to Boston and film and absolutely do a group run. Absolutely. Let's see here. Mitchell Horn asks, what trail shoes would you suggest for training and racing with? What trail shoes would you suggest for training and racing with? Well, if you only want to buy one shoe, the Hoka EVO Speed Goat is pretty epic. It's lightweight, great outsole pattern, good grip, good cushion if you need a little more cushion. The Solomon Speed Cross lineup is also another option, a little heavier, but I would say better, more well built. Now, I wouldn't really race in this shoe unless you're doing a really, really difficult course, like a lot of mud, a lot of rocks. It's not really a racing shoe. You could use it for racing, but it's a little heavy for racing. So, oh my goodness, what else? I mean, the Solomon Ultra lineup. This is the Solomon Ultra 1, but the Ultra 2 could be an option for you if you're looking for something that doesn't have quite as much, if you don't need as much cushion. So, oh my goodness. Let's see. Forrest, a Dean runner, is looking for a half in March for your marathon in April/May. Forrest, a Dean runner, I am. Any ideas? I don't know if I can fly to the UK for a half marathon, but I am looking for one. Hit me up, Forrest, a Dean runner. Let me know. Let's see here. Let's see. Jake asks, am I coming to London anytime soon? That's from Jake. Jake, Jake, you got to go watch today's vlog. You got to go watch the Heart to Heart with True Love. I answer that question. There's a good chance I'll be there for the next appearance of Kipchoge at the London Marathon, unless somebody can get me into the London Marathon. I'm basically, because I'm not racing Houston, I'm looking for a marathon in the spring, and Prague is likely the one, but how could I turn down London if somehow I could get into London? So, does anybody know the race director of the London Marathon? Obernover Drive asks, will I be filming the Colfax Marathon in Denver? I would consider it if I'm in town. Yeah, I would consider it. Yeah, good question. Okay, Brent is saying it's about 5:02 pace. That makes sense, Brent, right around 5:02 pace. I think that's a good goal for me. This is Jamie 1 asks, global run in London. Absolutely. Okay, moving on here. Wills McKay asks, how do you recommend getting from a 5K to a 10K? Man. Well, thankfully, it's not a huge jump. So if you were saying from a 5K to a half marathon, that's a bigger jump. 5K to a 10K, that's doable, very doable. And let's see. As far as training goes, it'll help to increase your volume just a little bit. So how much you're running every week or every month. If I had to put a number on it, probably 10 to 15% more. I don't know your background, but 10 to 15% more volume, just to prepare your legs for double the distance. And make sure, though, what I always say when I get the type of training question is, if you increase your volume for 3 weeks, but then don't hesitate to drop back down to your original volume, so that you allow your body to adjust to the training, so you're not pushing your body too much. So that's a good question, but yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. That would be my tip, though, is increase but then come back a little bit. Increase and then come back a little, just to let your body adapt to what you're putting it through. Paul asks, OMG, the chat is going faster than my 5K PR. Paul, that is amazing. I get it sometimes. It's crazy. I love it. Giovanni is asking, do the Brooklyn Half Marathon in May. Giovanni, I know. I was planning on the Brooklyn Half Marathon, but because of this knee injury, I'm now looking for a marathon in late spring, so the Brooklyn Half Marathon might not work out. So, Anthony is asking, do you find the compressed sport quad / glute helping? Yes. So the compression sleeves that I wear on my calves and on my quads, absolutely. When I'm running high volume, my legs need all the help they can get for recovery. And so I think they really, really do help. Now, there's different studies out there on the science side of it. Most studies, I think, lean in the direction that compression helps, but you just have to try. And but I think the compression sleeves that I use do help. Yeah, good question. And the Epsom salt bath. So it was kind of fun to see an Olympian yesterday post on her Twitter feed. Basically, she is doing Epsom salt baths as well. She finds that it helps her with recovery. So, good question. Okay, moving on here. Let's see. Oh, man. Josh is asking, Seth, what's with the turmeric tea? These folks need to know the awesomeness. So, basically, it's an anti-inflammatory a natural anti-inflammatory. Here we go, drinking it right now. Thank you, Josh, for the question. And I've heard that the tea version of turmeric, taking turmeric, it's not as effective as, let's say, taking a supplement. But I like drinking tea a lot, especially in the wintertime, so might as well get some extra turmeric in me. That's why I do it. But it's a natural anti-inflammatory. So, which, as runners, our muscles they're working hard. And so anything to help reduce the inflammation that we're putting into our legs is good by me. So, Josh, good question. But yeah, this is turmeric tea. And it tastes good. I add a little bit of honey sometimes. So, yeah, I love it. John Fulmer asks, want to go snowboarding this weekend? John Fulmer is a high school buddy. I love it. Bud, I'm nursing a knee injury. I just don't know if the doctor would approve of snowboarding this weekend. Oh, Bud and I, John, we ran track together in high school. Oh, I love it. So cool. Okay, moving on. Did you see that World Athletics might ban Nike racing shoes? Willis, I saw the headline, Willis, but I did not see the article. Willis, if you can find the article, post it in the chat. I would love to read up on that. Yes, I would love to read up on that. Okay, let's see. Luis is saying San Diego Marathon in May 30th, I think. Okay, that's good to know. So, Left Corman is asking, do you continue to do exercises to build, to battle the leg strength different left, right, or do you focus on the knee problem only, or is rest, no exercise? So, right now, good question, everyone. Let me just take a little sip here. Is that, everyone, I went to physical therapy yesterday, and I could feel the knee. I could feel it, like that pain. It was a 1 or a 2 on the pain scale. But now today, like I can barely feel the knee pain at all. So it's feeling much, much better. So no, I'm keeping the physical therapy going. I'm going to get back into the gym tomorrow with the swimming and the sauna, gentle leg strengthening exercises. But no, based on what I know and talking to my doctor, with tendon injuries like this one, the runner's knee, you want to keep the knee moving. You don't want to sit around completely. You need to rest, but you still need to keep it moving. So good question, Lef. That is my approach, and so far, I hope, Lef, to answer your question, I hope, what is today? I hope by like January 8th, 9th, that the knee is feeling almost back to normal. It doesn't mean I'm going to start running then. I just want it to feel back to normal, basically like, 8 to 9 days from now, approximately. Okay, Super Chat came in. Let's see, Clay asks, thank you, Clay, for the Super Chat. Hey, Seth, love the content. Good luck racing in 2020. What lav mic do you use for the vlog? Oh, Clay, good question, Clay. Oh, Clay, it's a Sennheiser EW700, I think is the model. I'm so sorry, Clay. If you email me, Clay, I can look it up. It's Sennheiser. It's a great company, I think out of Germany, right? Shout out to everyone from Germany. Sennheiser EW700, I think is the model. So, sorry, I can't remember the exact model number. Oh, thank you for the Super Chat, by the way. Let's see. Everything is photogenic asks, do you have any podcasts you enjoy or recommend? I haven't listened to podcasts in a long time. Everything is photogenic. I am more into audiobooks right now. So let's see. But the Morning Shakeout is a good running podcast. If you like ultra running, I think it's called the Ultra Runner Podcast out of California. I like the New York City Runners podcast. As I was getting ready for the New York City Marathon, I listened to them, and what they do is they interview runners from New York City. So yeah, those would be a couple I would toss out there. There's so many, as you know, so many podcasts these days. So, thank you all for being here. 400 folks hanging out. I love it. So many runners. Let's see. Popping fireworks tonight. I need to get some fireworks, right? For the boys. That's a good point. Where I don't have any on hand. Let's see. Hi, Seth. Compliments for the new year. This is from Ernest. Do you have any plans for doing one of our popular ultra/marathon races in South Africa? Ernest, comrades, right? Got to do comrades at some point. Ernest, probably like 2 to 3 years from now. I wish it was sooner, but comrades is 100K, right? So 60 miles. Right now, Ernest, I'm focused on shorter distances, faster races for me, half marathon, marathon. But Ernest, absolutely. I will come and race comrades at some point. Jim Walmsley is racing comrades this year, just so everybody knows. Okay, moving on. Good question. I love it. Let's see. Shailene and Kurt says, hadn't heard of the Morning Shakeout, just sub to them. Awesome. Okay. Let's see. Let's see here. Hey, Seth, I'm Ryan from Algeria. Wow, 18 years old. I've been swimming for 13 years, and I switched to running 2 months ago. And I'm training for a marathon in 11 months. Whoa. And I'm shooting for a 3-hour marathon. Any advice? Wow. Well, first of all, Ryan from Algeria, thank you for watching. Thanks for tuning in from Algeria. I don't know if I've ever seen a comment from Algeria. That's awesome. First of all, you're 18 years old, so I would just say, ease into the marathon. If you want to go after it, but I would say don't rush it. If you, definitely race a half marathon. Let's see. I would say in like the next 3 to 4 months, a half marathon, just to see how you like it. Because the thing is, Ryan, you don't want to get an injury, and you're only 18 years old. So my recommendation is just take it patiently. I hope you have a coach or somebody giving you some tips. But a lot of times, Ryan, you would not race a marathon until you've put at least 2, 3, maybe even 4 half marathons under your belt. You stay completely healthy, and then you start thinking about longer stuff. Now, there are some runners out there that, just start running marathons and they stay healthy and they do great. So that would be my advice, but congrats on finding the sport. Isn't running so much better than swimming? Sorry for all the swimmers out there. No, I struggle with swimming. It's, even though I have to do it through my physical therapy. So anyway, moving on here. Jacob says Comrades is 89K. Okay, that's right. It's not quite 100K. Good point. Okay, moving on. Let's see here. Vlogs by Alejandro says, Seth, I love you. I love you too, Alejandro. Thanks for watching. Okay. Here's the deal, everyone. We've been going for an hour. We usually go for an hour in the studio. I'm going to wrap it up. 3 more questions. Let them come in. I'll try and I'll get to 3 more, and then we'll sign off. And cheers to the New Year's and to 2020 and to new running goals. And it's going to be a good year. Okay. Germ asks, hey Seth, do you have any other interesting Mark Wetmore stories? That's from Gern. So here's the deal. Mark Wetmore, for those that don't know, was my collegiate cross-country coach at the University of Colorado. He's a legend in the running world. He's originally from New Jersey, moved out to Boulder, Colorado in like the late 80s, early 90s. Eventually became the head cross-country coach at CU. He's won many national championships for teams and individually. He's coached many Olympians. Mark Wetmore, he's got a ponytail. He's a character is what I'm getting at. And interesting stories, it's literally endless. And I will say this much. He is basically the best storyteller I've ever met. Okay? The best storyteller I've ever met. And he wasn't afraid to push us hard. He had we had goals as a team, and he put us out there. And I think he dropped my 5K PR by 2 minutes training under him. And but I'm trying to think of an interesting story. Like, there's just so many. He's a little bit of an actor. Like he's a storyteller and he studied literature. I'm trying to come up with a specific story. At the end of the day, he wanted us to be better human beings, and so yeah, it's escaping me right now. Like a really specific. Okay, here's one. He left Olympians in the parking lot because they were late catching the bus to go to the airport. Okay, so he would not he was like, if you were not on time, you were left. And so he left Olympians behind, and they had to get their own transportation to get to the airport. So he did not mess around. So good question. I could go on and on about that. Okay, super chats from John. Thank you, John. Happy New Year to you. And also coming in from Justin. Thank you, Justin. I appreciate the super chats. Oh, so cool. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Oh, a lot of questions came in. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to find. So Vlogs by Alejandro asks, what is one of the most durable shoes that I own? I'm going to say the Asics Glide Ride. As far as I think Asics and Mizuno are building, as far as build quality, some of the best quality shoes right now. As far as if you're looking for a shoe to get over 500, 600 miles, maybe even 700 miles, personally, I think Mizuno and Asics is crushing it. Whereas maybe like a New Balance and Nike, I personally don't think you're going to get 600 to 700 miles out of those shoes. Again, that's just my opinion. But yeah, good question. And one more before we get going here. Oh my goodness. So crazy. There's so many questions. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to find one. Okay. Here's a super chat. Saeed Al-Mansouri asks, thank you for the super chat. Hey, Seth from Dubai here. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. I mean, isn't this an amazing thing we've got here? Just how we can all connect around running. So Saeed asks, I started running 5 months ago. I have read and watched so much about running. Do you recommend I should find a coach? or I'm still a beginner for that where you might not need a coach. Saeed, Saeed, I think a coach could help if the coach understands you as an athlete, understands, I would say, a little bit of your personality, and is willing to invest the time into you. That's why I am not a coach. I don't have the time to invest into athletes at a high level. When I do become a coach someday, I want to be able to put a lot of time. So I think that'd be my number one recommendation. Is the coach really invested in you? Time, and getting to know you as a person and as an athlete. So that would be my recommendation, is to seek out someone who's ready to make that commitment. And I don't think you need a coach right now. I think as long as you're not running too much, you've only been running for 5 months, I think I answered a couple days ago, like, I'd say 18 to 24 months of healthy running is a great goal. If you can run for 18 to 24 months healthy, then you can start to think about, okay, I've stayed healthy, my body is absorbing the training, whether it's 20 miles a week, 35 miles a week, 15 miles a week, whatever it might be. And I'm sorry I'm not converting that to kilometers. I don't know if you have kilometers in Dubai, but that would be my tip for that. Thank you, Saeed, for the super chat, for watching from Dubai. And thank you, everyone, for watching this New Year's live stream. Happy New Year. 2019 was epic, mostly because of you guys, for hitting that subscribe button, inviting your running friends to join up. And I can't even imagine where we're going to go in 2020 together here on YouTube and in our running goals and our running dreams in the new year. So we're starting a new decade. How amazing is that, right? I just can't believe, like, I remember 2010, like, snap of the finger, it seems like. So Josh, thank you for the super chat. God bless you and your family, Seth. Happy New Year. That's from Josh Sylvester. I appreciate it, Josh. Onward and upward. Tom, Devin, Philippe, vlogs by Alejandro, Dennis, everyone, thank you for being here. Thanks for watching. We're going to call it with that. Onward and upward. And I will announce the next live stream later this week. Okay. So we'll do this again very, very soon. All right. As I always say, seek beauty, work hard, and love each other.